Hey everybody, Chad at Turner's Warehouse, and today I want to talk about the $1,000 pen. Now, what do I mean by a $1,000 pen? That's just a basic goal. It could be a pen, it could be a painting, it could be a wood carving. Whatever you make, how do you get $1,000 for it? Or that sum that is your goal sum, your astronomical amount that you want for your work. So let's talk work pricing or pricing your work. Okay, for the sake of this video, I'm going to tell you I've sold many $1,000 pens. And I'm not saying that to brag, I just want to give you some context that I do know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about selling higher priced work. How many? I have no idea, but a lot. So, what makes a $1,000 pen? Let me give you the answer. No, it's not that simple. The answer is complex, but let's go over a few important things. Pricing. How do you price your work? When I started making pens and other things, I would always see these questions. They're a constant thread in Facebook forums and other forums. How do you price your work? Well, you'll hear many answers. Different formulas. 3 times materials equals your price, or materials plus your hourly rate that you determine times 3, or materials times 3 times an hourly rate plus a set amount. Whatever. Do whatever you want. No one else's answer is going to work for you. You need to price your work for you. Now, here's what I always hear. I can't make and sell a $1,000 pen. That's very common. Why? No one will pay $1,000 for a pen. Where I live, it's too low income. People won't pay that much. Or other people sell it cheaper. Now, here's what's important about all of these points. Nothing is important about those because none of those matter. The only thing that matters is you and what you're selling. So, if you want to make a $1,000 pen or $1,000 whatever, what do you need? Well, number one, you need a high quality pen. You're not going to sell a piece of crap for $1,000. People who have $1,000 to spend know quality and they know what they want. You can't just put a $1,000 price tag on anything and get it. It doesn't work that way. You need a high quality pen with great materials. A lot of times I like to use historic materials or very difficult materials, like we now make Damascus to make pens out of. It's very time consuming and very difficult, but it makes a great high quality pen. If you're doing a pen, you need great ink. That's one of the common mistakes is people don't upgrade the ink to the best ink they can get. You need that. You also need great craftsmanship. If your fit and finish isn't the best you've ever seen, then you're not going to sell a $1,000 pen. You need to make the highest quality product you can. Next, a great story. If you just put a $1,000 pen on the table and never talk to anyone and never have a story about it, why it's worth that, why it's worth it to you, no one else is going to buy it either. Next, a strong belief in your product. If you don't think your product is worth what it's worth, no one's going to do it for you. So you got to get that straight first. And then lastly, the right buyers. Are you going to sell a $1,000 pen in the lowest economic neighborhood in the city? No. You need to know where to go, the right art shows or the right websites or whatever the case may be, but you need to do your research. Okay, so along those lines, going for the right buyers and the great story, let's talk if you're selling your product. So if you go to an art show or a craft show and you set up a table, and this is your table here, just for general sake. And remember, this could be pens or anything else you make. It doesn't have to be pens. And every pen you put out is $40. And someone walks up and they see all your prices are $40. What are you? Any answers? The answer is you're a guy who makes $40 pens. So if you have your table set up and you have in the back, you have a 500, a 750, a row of 2 and 300s, a row of 60 and 100s, and then the 40s in the front. Now what are you? You're a person who makes $750 pens, and they happen to be able to buy one for $40 or $60 or $100. They're getting a bargain because you're a person who makes $750 pens that they're going to get for less than $750. So a lot of times, a high-priced pen or high-priced item on your table will help you sell other items because now you've elevated your status in that buyer's mind of what you are and what you make. You make this, not this. $40, that's what you make. So that comes back to a strong belief in your product. If you make a high quality product, you have a strong belief in it, you display it properly, other people are going to buy that too, because that's what the truth is, because that's what you put out there. So what makes a person pay $1,000 for a pen? That's it. Do you get it? The answer is all that stuff. I mean, so my title for this is what makes $1,000 pen? Question mark. You're going to hate the answer, because the answer isn't, there's no answer, right? That's the funny thing about all this, is there's no answer of what makes the $1,000 pen or the $1,000 whatever. You make the $1,000 pen, not only by making it, but like you believing in it and you selling it and you doing all these steps to show that what you make is different and unique, and someone has to have it. They have to have it.